Apologies for being late. I'm a little, I'm doing too much crafting this morning. I was trying to catch up with our weekly prompts and I was just enjoying myself with crafting. I didn't finish, but I will give you guys a share. So today is part 2. We started a 2-week series last week, and if you missed part 1, you can I put a link down below. You can also find all of our vintage craft and chats. There's a playlist. You can click on the live tab. So many ways of finding it. So this is my prototype. This is the first journal that we made. So we've been going off of that. And then last week we got as far as decorating the outside of it. So here's all the cute decorations that we did. It was a group effort. Susie, I think, forgot what her suggestion was, but look at that. Susie had suggested putting an egg and a stamp, and I love it. So this was a group effort. Today we are going to be decorating. We're going to collage the last 2 sections on the inside. We are going to be sewing a signature in. I've already pulled some papers, and hopefully we'll get to the point of decorating it a little bit more, maybe doing a little collage on the signature, adding some cute tabs, that kind of thing. So that's the game plan. But we have a lot of fun stuff in store today. Let me go through and say hello. Angela is working today. So Angela, if you are listening, if you are on your drive to work, we miss you, but we hope you have a great day at work. Maria is here. I have some pictures to share. Maria had sent me some pictures. I have pictures to share from Susie and Maria. I checked the community tab. I didn't see anything new that was posted. Let's see, Diane is here. Oh, Diane. Well, hopefully you can snuggle up and get lots of liquids and some whatever snacks make you feel better and just relax and enjoy. Nettie is here. Hello, Nettie. Let's see. Hi, Susie. My Susie. Yes, Maria. We met you a couple weeks ago, Maria, and it's been fun. I'm so glad you joined our crafting family, our family of crafters here on Thursday. Okay, I think I caught up with everybody. I'm going to move at a little bit of a fast pace if I don't start talking too much. Let me very quickly pull the new prompt for this week. So if anybody's new, I have this cute little prompt jar. I was going to do a little tutorial on it, but it's probably a little bit self-explanatory. And maybe we've been doing it for about a year. It was actually Christy Tippywink's vintage idea when we created our private Instagram craft group. And so I just kind of ran with it and did it on a little, I guess, official scale. Typed out some prompts, made a little cute jar for us to go through. I'm excited. I mean, I've done butterflies and things. Have I done anything? I'm trying to think of any other bugs. I'm excited about this. I have some really good, well, I have some fun bug stamps. I have some really fun washi paper that has bugs on it. Okay, I'm so excited about this. I also think I have some children's books that have, I never say the word right, anthropomorphic bugs in it. So this is going to be a fun one. So bugs is our craft prompt for this coming week. And if anybody wants to play along and post pictures, please do in the community tab, and then that way I can share next week. Okay, so we got that done. Oh, let me pull up. I'm going to turn the camera around because I want to share some awesome pictures that Susie and Maria had emailed me. Susie did a beautiful insert for her daughter's journal. Oh, that's right, Diane. Diane said Jackie has a new egg. Oh my gosh, I have to catch up. We have been all things kitty here. If I can squeeze it in to the conversation, but we have been in full mode kitty rescue here at our house and at Jim's work. So I'll have to update you on that. I mean, we've had convalescing kitties here. It's been crazy. So I'm so excited that she laid another egg after all that, because that was so heartbreaking. Carrie is here. I have friend mail to open to Carrie. Carrie, are you going to be listening for a while? Carrie obviously knows what's in the package because she packed it and sent it to me. But I have a wonderful, I think there's something bright and maybe glittery in there. So let me know, Carrie. I will open that. I think, let's see, I'm pumping gas, but we'll be back in the car in a second. Okay, good. I'm going to show the pictures and then we'll move on to opening the friend mail. Yeah, I don't love them too much in real life, but I love a good bug motif. I think they're fun. And I'm hoping, I think I have some cute stuff in some children's books. So time to use it. Okay, you're back in the car. Well, maybe let's do that. I'm going to open up the friend mail really quick here, and then we'll do the pictures. Let's see here. Here's the camera. I'm going to go down cam. I don't want to make you guys, let me see. Is there anything I need to clear off here? This is, and then I will, after I do that too, I'll share my makes for the prompts. I'm going so quickly here. Let's see, video. There we go. There's the down cam. Here's my list of things to do. I'll put that up there. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, and I don't think I did do not disturb. So let me do not disturb. I barely made it out of the shower before I came in. That's what the morning. And no, Carrie, you did not make me late. She may be thinking that. She had sent me a text. It totally on me, because I was just in the crafty mode and I was enjoying myself thoroughly. And then your email just got me all happy and excited for you. Okay, so I've blacked it out. Where's my scissors? Oh my gosh. I tried to pull everything over here that I needed for today. Maybe at some point in my life, I'll get a different camera stand or something, and then we can just permanently be at the other side of the table. I don't have to move back and forth. Although I do like my cute little corner backdrop here that I like to decorate, but obviously you guys don't see that too much. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, it is already all kinds of wonderful. Can you guys see that? Let me push my coffee back. We don't need to look at my coffee, my cold coffee. I'm going to push that back. I'm going to straighten us up because I like things nice and straight when I'm looking. Wow, maybe I can come down a little bit. Okay, you guys will have to let me know. I don't want to have the zoomies too much because I know it focuses in and out when we're too close. Look how wonderful it is already. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, let me read the little note. Oh my gosh. So these are some goodies for me to use next year. So if you guys missed, Carrie was on my channel several Fridays ago. You can go back under the live tab, but Carrie came on and we did a Mardi Gras craft party. So we crafted, we chatted. Carrie shared all kinds of fun facts about Mardi Gras because I knew nothing about it living in Southern California. And it was all kinds of fun. So if you guys missed that, go back and look. And Carrie had the amazing suggestion that we need to create our own crew. You can go back and watch that to learn a little bit more about what crew is, but and she also came up with a fun name, which I think is Vintage Monkey. I think Vintage Monkey is the fun name she came up with. So more to come, but yes, this hopefully will be an annual thing that we will enjoy and have fun with, and we can include all of you guys too next year. We'll have to come up with some really fun ideas. Already, look at that ribbon. Look at the fleur. Is it a fleur-de-lis? I'm going to say it's a fleur. Oh, see, I'm still not up on all my Louisiana Mardi Gras stuff, but I need to hunt down a stamp, I think, for next year with that emblem on there. Oh my gosh. What? Look at all this beautiful. Oh my gosh. This makes me want to do a whole journal that's Mardi Gras. And then maybe we can add little things over the years. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful that is. Look at the colors. We have sparkle. Oh my gosh, look at the green sparkle. Oh my gosh, Carrie, I'm guessing this is all like thrifted, marvelous thrifted finds. Look at this. Yeah, I don't have enough sparkle. Oh my gosh, this like gold lame. Is this beautiful or what? Fleur-de-lis. Okay, good. I had it right. Beautiful purple. I don't have purples. I just don't have purple things in my stash. Look at this one with the black and the see-through and the gold metallic fleur-de-lis. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have that little stack. What is this? What is this beautifulness? Oh my gosh, Carrie. Okay, so this looks like a wonderful map of Louisiana, official highway map. You know how I love my maps. Look at the colors. If you guys aren't crafting with maps and using maps in your paper crafting, your journal making, your collaging, they come in so many gorgeous colors. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And I feel like every single map is different. And then look at this. I love crafting with this kind of index paper too. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful, Carrie. And look at that. Look at that emblem right there. Isn't that going to be great to do a little fussy cut and put that on a tag or a journal page? Beautiful. Oh my gosh, Carrie. You're so generous. Okay, here are some, look at those, like 80 stickers. We have a jester. Oh, I love this. I would love to find a whole page of these. You know how Tim Holtz has the Halloween stickers? I don't think there's that many in them, and I haven't been lucky to snag any of those, but you know how he has the little masks on there? Oh my gosh. So I'm going to try to put this on a little Tim Holtz person next year. Look at that. I could even put the little masks on one of the the little paper dolls that he has. Wouldn't that be fun? Aren't they great? Susie, maps are amazing. Oh my gosh, Carrie. Look at this. Azalea, ready to eat red kidney beans. It is a vintage wrap to a can of beans. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think I need to make a whole journal. Look at this. Louisiana's original Creole seafood recipes. Oh my gosh. This is really cool ephemera. Okay, this looks handmade. This is one of Carrie's creations. So she did her little sewing here at the side, which I still need to master and figure out how to do. Oh my gosh. I have a little piece of handmade ephemera from Carrie. We have really pretty and textured. It has that like linen. Can you guys see that? That like linen texture. Beautiful. We have some gold sparkly. Okay, I'm going to look at this and then open this because I think this is what was making. What? Oh my gosh, Carrie. No. Look what she gifted me. Is that Bonaparte? Bonaparte? Oh my gosh, Carrie, what is this? Don't type because I know you're driving. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna make some kind of necklace. I don't know. want to wear some like fabulous, and then I'll open this too. Look at all this. Look at the big, oh my gosh, Carrie. Oh, look at, there's more. Look at that. Okay, maybe as part of crew, we need to make some crowns or headpieces. Oh, I guess it goes like this. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna make? Look at this. Look at that fabulousness. I never find anything like this at the thrift store, ever. Oh my gosh. Is this fabulous or what? Yes, the masks on pictures of people. I know. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, I'm gonna open. So let me see. Let me put this here, and then I'm gonna open these little bags of treasures here. Carrie, I sent Carrie friend mail, but it was a little tiny box. There's not fabulousness in there. It was the handmade thing that I made, and then I just put a couple other things in it. It's not as exciting. Oh my gosh. I didn't live up to the excitement. Beads. Aren't the beads beautiful? What's in here? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. I need to make, I could wear these as earrings. It's gonna be a headdress or a crown and earrings. Oh my gosh, look at these. These are beautiful. I'm going to hang these. We have a little, I didn't put it out last year, but we have a little mini Christmas tree with these little glass kind of miniature ornaments. Those are going to go. Those are going to go on my little mini tree next year. Oh, I love those. Look at, what do we have here? Happy Mardi Gras. Those would be great embellishments for the front of the journal. We have one in gold, green, and purple. Oh, we have more beautiful cardstock. Gorgeous. This is something. I think this is maybe local. I bet. This is probably local to Carrie. CC's Coffee House. Look how cute that is. That would be a great little pocket or little tuck spot in my journal. Oh my gosh. Are these playing cards? My playing card obsession. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I opened this with all of you today. We have a king cake. Oh my gosh. Yams. Rice. Oh my gosh. Yet wouldn't they would be such great earrings. Oh my gosh, Carrie, this is crazy amazing. Zapp's potato chips, crab boil. We have Tabasco pepper sauce. Oh my gosh, red beans. Oh, goodness gracious. So good. Wait, I'm going to leave that there, and then I'll open this. Right, Susie? She's insanely marvelous. Did you love the king? I only had it, I think I shared on our live. We used to get them when I was working at the bank in the finance division. We used to get them from brokers sometimes. So I had them in my adulthood. Oh, look at that. Look at that, Brad. That's the fleur-de-lis. Oh my goodness. Look at all this fleur-de-lis stuff. Look at those beautiful buttons. What? Look at this. This is like a really thick, beautiful die cut. Look at it. It's embossed. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can kind of see it there. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful rickrack trim. We have purple and green and gold. Oh, what is this? Looks like a little sticker. Like, is it metal? Like a plastic. Look at all this stuff Carrie finds. Looks like a little plastic fleur-de-lis. And it looks like it's probably like a little sticky back. If you guys can see that. Oh, here's another one. Here's one in gold. Did you make this, Carrie? This is like a little wax seal. I bet she made this. Is that cool? That is something that I haven't tried or attempted with. We need a tutorial. This would be a good for one of your Saturdays, Carrie. I haven't tried or attempted that yet. Look how pretty that is. And then there's all these coins. And the sound is marvelous. Look at that. I mean, this is the real thing. Mardi Gras coin. Look at this. Richard's Midsummer Night's Dream, 1998. These are like the real vintage officialness. Southwest Louisiana. Can't read it, my eyes. Something. Lafayette, or Louisiana. I almost said Alabama. My eyes are so bad, you guys, but oh my gosh, look how beautiful those are. Isn't it fabulous? Oh my gosh. Look at this one. Act 1, Scene 2. The Commedia dell'arte. It's ARTE. The Play's the Thing, 1998. Oh my gosh. Carrie, thank you. Thank you, my sweet, sweet, fabulous friend. Are you guys, we're going to have to keep the excitement going for next year. Maybe we'll have to do like a mid-year thing or something, Carrie, or maybe a month ahead and have people start gathering. I want to break those. Gathering supplies to join the crew. Put these over here. I don't want to lose these. I don't want the little kitty to get them either. Okay, I'm going to put them here in this box. Carrie, thank you. Thank you, my sweet, sweet friend. And I know you're listening and you can't type. Don't type because you're driving and you're staying safe, but I'm blowing you kisses. Thank you, my friend. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Did you see all the fabulousness? The friend mail from Carrie? Oh my gosh. It's so crazy good. So crazy good. Okay, I'm speechless. Okay, what do I need to do next? I'm like blown away at the generosity and the amazingness of it all. Okay, I have to take a deep breath. Deep breath. Okay. And I'm excited. Okay. Let's see. Where's my list? Oh, I need to share pictures. That's what I need to share. Okay, let me go in my email. Susie and Maria sent fabulous pictures. Okay, I'm going to click. I'm not going in a particular order. Maria's just came up here. And let me pull up. So Maria was crafting along with us last week. So hopefully you guys can see. Oh my gosh, can my phone screen be any more gross and dirty? Oh, sorry guys. That's terrible. That's terrible. Okay. So it's still super bad, but it's a little bit better. So Maria was crafting along with us, and here is the base of the little mini journal she made. So you can see the trifold. Beautiful. Is that paper or fabric here? Gorgeous. And she looks like she's got a little stamp there. So there's the base of her journal. And then here, oh, okay. So here is the outside that she has decorated. So I'm sorry, I'm moving around so much. So there's the flap there. Beautiful. Almost looks like Dollar Tree. Maria, do you have Dollar Tree in Spain? I don't know. Looks like that Dollar Tree trim that we are all like, we hoard. Every time I see it, I grab more. Look at the beautiful papers that she picked. So she has book pages in the back. And then she did a collage with the beautiful pages. She has some birds in there. Beautiful, Maria. I love it. I love it. So cute. And make sure you send me pictures after today so I can share those next week. Gorgeous. Okay, let me pull up Susie. So Susie's been working on a journal for her daughter. So she says this is a signature she created for her daughter's never-ending journal. She's, oh my gosh, there's so much love that is going into all the pieces and parts of this journal. Probably this goes this way. Yeah, so there's a cute little pocket that she made and a little insert. It almost looks like maybe it's bookmark size. Look how pretty that is. Okay, there's the first one. And then look at this. Let me see. Yeah, it probably goes this way. Look at that. The little folio she made. It looks, I'm sorry, I have to keep pulling. Looks like vintage buttons and a beautiful lace. And there's a little dangle. And it looks like maybe from a vintage, those kind of antique Sears and Roebuck. So gorgeous. Isn't it wonderful, Susie? Oh my gosh. Maria did fabulous job. I love that paper. And then look at this, you guys. You're going to be blown away. So there, and my pictures are not going to do it justice, but that is the inside of the folio. So it's a little bookshelf. She's made individual books. So it looks like little scraps of paper, and I'm looking at it so I can see it a little better. So, and then she's put book titles and then stacked them. She's made the little bookshelf. She's made the books. She's added the titles. I know it's not coming through really well. And then she has little, like, it looks like bookmark shaped tags coming up the front. Now you can see a little bit better. And then she has these little mini pockets here on both sides that have little tags coming out. Is that crazy? It's so good. Susie, if you only if you give me permission, let me know. I would love to post these on the community tab. So let me know if I have your permission. I mean, I've never. Look at the detail. This, you must have hours and hours, and I'm sorry it's not coming through very well. So maybe I can repost these on the community tab and share the detail. I just want to stare at it. Oh, I just noticed too, there's little tags here too. So there's little tags that, I mean, that's crazy. Use the tape. Oh, you use the tape method for book titles. And also, I was struggling with that. So Susie was saying too at the top of the email, she just puts the tape down. She says magic tape, put down and rip fast. So I'm going to have to play around with that. Okay, good, Susie. Okay. I'm going to post better pictures. I might lighten them up a little bit and then post them on the community tab. So that we can all like just zoom in and look at all the beautiful details. Oh my gosh, Susie. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me go back here. Let me get back to YouTube. Thank you, Maria, and thank you, Susie. And if anybody would like to share emails, send me pictures, please do. I love sharing everybody's talent and art and creativity. It blows me away and it gets me very excited. I get very excited to see what other people are making and creating. Okay, let me go back to the YouTube channel real quick. And then I think we'll move into getting into our mini journal here. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me make myself a little note. So much going on. Okay, Susie, community tab. Community pics. Okay, good. Okay. Perfect. Oh, I wanted to share really quick. So I did post, I think I posted in our craft group, Instagram. I'm trying to be better at that, posting all three places and on the community tab. But this was my make, and I think I kept saying ocean, but it was beach. So beach was a prompt that we pulled probably 3 weeks ago because I've gotten really behind. And Kathy Wiseman, she shared a video in our Instagram craft group, and the video, the person was collaging. I think she was cutting out circles to collage with, maybe circles and squares, the inside of window envelopes. And I looked at that video. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with that. I just love circles and kind of the envelope paper in general. And then I thought, oh my gosh, wouldn't it make the most beautiful waves or ocean? So I took the beach, the beach theme, and I morphed it into ocean. I just took that. I just went ahead and did that. So I finally got a chance to work on it this week. I couldn't get that idea out of my mind because they're usually all those yummy blues and greens, and the texture, it's just so beautiful. So yeah, I finally got that out of my system. So, and then these are just little fussy cuts from a nature book that I have. I think it's that Reader's Digest that has such great images. And I made little circles out of some vintage book page. There's all kinds of details in it. And when I was finishing working on this, I was actually watching Hazel's live. Hazel Anaka has started to do a really great live on mixed media. I believe it's on Tuesdays. And so I was just sitting, crafting, enjoying, listening to Hazel, watching the beautiful things that she was doing in her mixed media work. And the topic came up, like I was stuck. I had done so much. I had collaged the whole front of it. I'd made the little journaling card. Oh, I'm not even showing. So here's the back. I think I had, this is napkin. I had put that on the back. I had done all this stuff with the journaling cards, and I knew I needed extra. I wanted to start like stamping it, maybe doing some mark making. But when you have so many hours invested in something and you're loving it, you love the way it looked, I get deer in the headlights. I get so afraid of doing a misstep or making what I would term a mistake. I know there are no mistakes in art, but when I get really far into something, I get deer in the headlights, and I'm very I'm just afraid. But Hazel had just really good advice. I typed that in the chat. And yeah, I felt confident with her advice and her encouragement. I kind of pushed through, and I did a bunch of mark making and some stamping. And the one thing I would love to do is white paint splatter, but I'm afraid to do that. That's the last thing. I think it would look really cool, especially on the front, to have white paint splatter. And I'm not quite brave to do that yet. But anyway, that's my make for that. And this is very involved. This isn't, this was just kind of a labor of love. I hadn't crafted for about a week, and I just wanted to enjoy and kind of throw myself into it. So, aren't those pockets fabulous on Susie's make? Let's see. Yeah, and she used the book tape for book. Yeah, the tape method for the book titles. Must have been a little tiny, like from magazines or something. Must have been so teeny, teeny, tiny. Susie says each signature takes hours. That's why it's never, yeah, it takes, it probably took you longer even than that beachy one I just shared. I probably have several days, full-time days into that. And that's a complete indulgence because I should be doing other stuff. But sometimes when you get, I'm sure Susie too, like you had the vision with the bookshelf and the mini books and all that, like you can't get it. You have to do it. You have to take time and just do it. Leanne is here. Hi, Leanne. I got to hang out with Leanne yesterday on her Crafty Live, finally. I told Leanne it's always a good day when I can hang out with Leanne. Let's see. Yeah, isn't that? And I'm gonna try to figure out something that I can do on a smaller scale, because it was so fun doing the waves in the ocean. Maybe a belly band or something. Belly band is coming to mind. I feel like I do tags at nauseum. I do so many tags with you guys. Oh, Reader's Digest. Okay. All Reader's Digest. So was it like the mini, was it like the advertising maybe at the back of Reader's Digest would be my guess? Oh my gosh. I wish you could do a tutorial on that for us, Susie. It was really good. And then the reason why I was late today, I started working on fall. So fall and tag are the things I need to catch up with. So this is where I'm at so far. I'll post pictures and kind of an update, but I think this might be fun for us to do one week. So I kind of took, I had some little children's book images. So that's my nod to fall with that little image there. And yeah, it's just a little file folder. And I did some fussy cuts and things. So, and then this will check me off for tag. I plan on putting a tag on both sides, but that's as far as I went. But I didn't want to stop working on it. So that made me late this morning. Okay, let's get into our journal, those things here, and let's see where. So here's our little prototype here. I think I'm going to open it. I think we're getting the zoom. Oops. Oh my gosh, my whole thing came out. My camera came out on the base. Sorry, guys. I think I'm going to go back a little bit. And I think you guys can zoom in if you're watching on your phones or your iPads. But if I get too close with this camera, it's not the best. It starts zooming in. Okay, so here's our little mini journal. And today we need to finish up. Here's the one that we started working on together last week. Today we're going to finish up. We're going to do collage on both of these sides. We might add some little collage details here on the flap. We'll be adding our ribbon and sewing in our signature. So I went ahead, just so we can move through it a little bit quicker. I went ahead and pulled all my papers for the signature. So if you're kind of at this same point, I know Maria is, where we need to finish up the inside, you can also go grab some papers and put your signature together to kind of be ready when we get to the point of sewing it in. But of course, the great thing about these YouTube lives and videos, you can go watch it, you can freeze frame it, you can fast forward, so you can watch at your leisure. But I just pulled some interesting pages, book pages, graph pages. I had a lot of offcuts from those Christmas journals that I was working on, that big order. So yeah, so these are the pages I pulled out. And I think 10. Is that what I said last week? One. This is, I like to put little vellum see-through papers, but I'll count that as one. 1, 2, 3. What are you doing, Benny? Little kittens here. 4, 5, 6. What do you have? 7. Oh no! Wait, I gotta get him. 8, 9. I think I have 9 in here. Let me go. See, he already grabbed something from Carrie's frame nail. No. He had this. He had this. Okay, I gotta put the box. Whoops. I gotta put the box up. And I just spilled it. Let me put it up here on the table so he can't get to it. What are you doing? Huh? He's like, where did it go? He's bummed. Are you sad? He's looking all over for it. He's like, where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, yeah. So I have about 10. I think 10, if you use the same dimension, 10 is probably about the right number. If you want to add little pockets and tabs and things, you don't want to make it too chunky monkey. So there are those. And I went ahead and did a few other things. I had some of the blank Tim Holtz labels. I've been trying to use those up. So this is, some of them already have text on them, and then some are blank, if you guys have ever bought those packs. So I just grabbed my rubber stamps, or my, clear silicone stamps, and I just added some stuff to it, just kind of recreating this look here. I'd put a little label, so I went ahead and did that. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut these eggs out. So what I did was I had some bird egg images I found online. I think type in real, like, I'm trying to think, antique bird egg images. I bet that's probably the best search term. I would go on Pinterest or just even Google it, and you'll find some really good examples. They were copying on printer paper, so thin copy paper. So I put maybe 3 pieces of cardstock behind, just so I could make one of my little faux little die cuts. And I'm going to do a little fussy cut of these really quick. And these were left over from another project, actually several years ago. I had a thought in mind, and it just didn't work out the way I had envisioned. And so these were left over, and I found them in my little stash of fussy cuts, or I should say these. So these are the ones that I had made for another project. And I like that they're a little bit dimensional here. So that's the thought behind putting the layers of the cardstock. Also a great way to use if that cardstock you don't like. We all have those maybe colors we don't gravitate towards, or paper we thrifted, it's not our favorite. Of course, junk mail. And here's one more. You know what I didn't? Let me go grab my trash can. I didn't pull my trash can over this morning. There we go. What are you doing, Annie? Huh? What are you doing, honey? If Leanne's still listening, Leanne, we are officially, we don't have any kitties in our garage. I was telling Leanne and everybody in her chat yesterday about our cat rescue extravaganza going on the last couple weeks. Okay, so here's an egg, and then let me grab some ink. What do I have going on here? Let's see, there's black. We might want a little bit of black, but I do want, I'm going to grab this evergreen bough, and I'm going to add a little bit of green. So here's the before. That's kind of the before. And when you start layering on, especially with the eggs, I just think it looks so cool. Layering on a little bit of green. We're going to do a little bit of the browns, maybe even a little bit of, so you can kind of see we got the layers going, and it already makes it look prettier, I think, because they're relatively brown, right? The other one I think was about that tone, but I don't know. That looks like they look very watercolor-esque, I feel like. Yes, the garage kitties. So we've been doing, when we adopted Benny, our new kitten, from the local cat rescue, that first day, Taylor and I went to go to their mobile cat rescue van. They were at a local park, and wasn't a good fit. We were really looking for a cat that we thought would Cha-Cha would love, our other cat would love and adore. So we're looking for kind of certain personality, maybe a certain age. So it wasn't the best fit, but we met the most wonderful woman, and I had mentioned about the feral cats at Jim's work and the cat population that, are most recent 2 cats had come from there, and Jim feeds the kitties, he along with some other coworkers, and we were able to catch one at one point a couple years ago and have her fixed. But yeah, it was a lot with kittens occasionally. And so this fabulous angel woman, she introduced us to somebody else that does kind of trap and fix and neuter in the area. And I mean, they moved quickly. I think within that first week, I don't even know if we had adopted Benny yet. I don't know. It all happened very, very quickly. But so far, we have trapped 5 kitties at Jim's work, and they've been trapped and neutered or spayed, whichever applies. They've been re-released, and then we had the sweetest little boy. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know like a feral cat could be this sweet, but we had this sweet little orange boy. So one of the kitties had a cold or upper respiratory. They kept calling it a cold upper respiratory. And so we had to quickly think on it. They had said, we don't have anybody that can care for him. He needs antibiotics before he can be neutered. Otherwise, we're going to have to put him down. And it was like, you have to make a decision like right now. This was like super, super urgent once they realized what was going on. And we were very nervous about it. But we said, yeah, we have to try, because he just, 3-year-old, beautiful, beautiful boy. And so we decided, okay, they said, we're going to send somebody over there. Somebody's going to bring him. She's going to give you like a quickie overview of what you need to do, how to stay safe, how to care for him, because he could scratch us and bite us and be super crazy, which is understandable. And so we did it. And I'm so glad we did. So we had him here maybe 7 days. And he is the sweetest, gentlest, calmest. He never hissed at us once. We, of course, never touched him. We can't touch him because you just don't know. And definitely has Cha-Cha or Orange Cat. They're probably distant cousins because they came from the same place. But the sweetest boy. Like, if I thought there was a way he could be kind of, I don't know what the word is, but I think he would probably make somebody a really fabulous pet. But of course, it would take a long time to really work with him. But oh my gosh, we already miss him. So we dropped him off last night, and I think he'll be neutered. He'll probably be neutered today. And I'm hoping, because now we've been working with them so much of this process, I think she's probably going to drop him off, and we'll probably get him overnight again, which will be good. And then Jim will release him the next day at work. It's it's like as they've grown to trust us and that we're, caring for them well. And Jim can handle releasing, them on his own. It's kind of been a process. So anyway, that's all the cat stuff. It's been a lot. I'm tired. Okay, so I have inked these up. So we took them from brown. They were just kind of, a dull brown. Look how beautiful they are. Beautiful blues. And of course, you could do pinks. I mean, you could do all the inky colors. I think pink would be beautiful too, like pinks and browns. And I add a little bit of black in there. So there's our little die cuts. I think we'll put them down this side. And then let's see what else we need here. Let's see. You did, Susie. Oh, Susie found an egg and 3 nests. Oh, awesome. I do not know how to tell Susie. In fact, last Sunday, this is how involved we have gotten. So there's 2 ladies that have been coming, and I don't even know like all the several organizations they all work for, but they are so quick and fast. But Jim and I last Sunday, we met one of the ladies, and we trapped 2 more. So they were the 2. In fact, we had those 2 overnight. So 2 nights ago, we actually had 3 cats who are probably, they're calling him Pumpkin, the orange cat that we've had for like a week. I'm pretty sure they were Pumpkin's brother and sister, and we put them next to each other, and he was so happy. And I think that made them, all 3 of them, feel better. But so Sunday we caught another orange boy. There's lots of orange boys there. And then like a smaller-ish calico, and Jim thought for sure that was the little boy. And then after they got him to the clinic or the shelter, they said, it's a little girl. He was like, what? He was blown away because he thought for sure it was a little boy. And so yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. And of course they're feral, so you can't get really close to them. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it's been a great experience, Leanne. It's been, yes, we're gonna cut down on the kittens, and of course I won't go into all that, but there's wild animals and there's other animals around my husband's work, and we actually lost one of the females. Was found at the back of their it's a big piece of property in an industrial area, and one of the mamas that we were hoping to catch, yeah, she's not with us anymore. Makes me cry. I'm still so sad because we obviously could have been so close to being able to catch her. So Jim's very, very sad. And she was the mom of the little calico that we caught on Sunday. So that's super, super heartbreaking. But hopefully, yeah, we will stop the kitten. The females will live a longer, healthier life. Just all that stuff. And they can go back and live. And I love the fact that they're helping us do this, and the cats can go back and live where they're comfortable, and that's their home, and that's all they've known. And Jim takes such great care of them, feeds them, several other coworkers. So they're beautiful and healthy looking cats. And they've had shots and all the other good stuff that they've given them in addition to fixing them. So yeah, and we've had such a great experience. I'm sure we'll continue to be involved with the organization. It's just been the best. And I said to Jim last night when we were taking Pumpkin to the shelter to drop him off, I said, I could picture Jim when he retires. Maybe this is something that he'll want to do on the regular. It's very up his alley. He loves animals, and he's been enjoying it, and he's really good at it. So I think this might be a good thing to look forward to. Let's see. Yes, Maria, sometimes they adopt us. We've had several cats that have adopted us over the years, and sometimes those are the best. Let's see. Susie said the best cat she had was red. Calicos are usually female, if not. Yeah, the calicos. Yeah, in fact, you're right. I don't know why Jim thought it was a boy. So they're so the mama that passed, and then the one that we realized was female. So they weren't like that white, like the bright calico. They were that kind of brown, peachy black, like the real dark calico, not the real bright ones with the white. So you're right. I don't know why that didn't even cross my mind till just now when I read that, because you're right, the female are always calico. Yeah, Leanne, we can't save them all. Oh my gosh, how we want to. Okay, let me grab some papers here. I think I want a little bit of Edith Holden. Oh, Susie, I love that you found. Let me kind of look here. If I kind of go off of what I did, it'll be a little bit quicker. Oh, but I like the Edith Holden. I'm sure I have some here. If not, we'll find some. Here we go. Here's some Edith Holden. Oh, look at these eggs too. I don't even know. I found these somewhere online, but look at the yummy pastels of those. So you could find these, or obviously use your inks to recreate. Okay, this is what I want. I'm going to use this. So this is the other half from the bird books. If you remember in part 2, that bird image that we have on the front. So here these, what are the 1931? So not quite antique, but these bird books that I have that are falling apart. So we used one of these images for the front here. And then this is the other side. So that's great. We're going to use up all the pieces and parts. So nothing will go to waste. Okay, I think I'm just going to rip. It's always hard to rip when you just have a little tiny, but I like the thought of the ripped edge. Purple Finch, and I like the name of this one. Probably ripped it a little bit too much. Or let me straighten it up so I get a little bit more of a straight edge. Okay, that's good. Let's grab our ink. I think that where is, here it is. They look so much alike. I have the vintage photo and the walnut one. They look very much alike, but here we go. Okay, let's ink this on and get it glued down. And I might hit that a little bit more. Perfect. And let me get some glue pages. I also like when I'm making these little journals, if you guys can see, just kind of these little details. I like to leave a little bit of the edge. I think that's interesting. So we're using Dollar Tree, the Dollar Tree time cards, but I don't know. I've since I've been making journals, and especially these little ones, I like, for some reason, I just gravitate towards leaving those little edges there. I just think it's another kind of cool, gives it another dimension, kind of a cool look. And certainly if you're using, you know, sometimes when you're doing it too, this one, not so much, but then depending on what you're using for your base, you can see the wording and the little lines and kind of the cool stuff there on the edges. We're not seeing it so much with this one, but okay, get that down. Benny, do you guys want to see Benny? Can you bring up here, or maybe I have to do? Watch out. It's going to be really awkward. Taylor just picked up Benny. Say hi. Say hi, Benjamin. Oh, it's too hard. Say hi. Oh my goodness. You have gookies in your eye, love. You have gookies in your eye. So cute. Although I think I when I finally made an Instagram post, I was saying, and we've had friends and family come over to look at him, and they're like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. It's been really hard to get cute photos of him. I don't know why. We started thinking, well, do cats have that kind of awkward teenage, you know, we all go through that stage where, I don't know, we look kind of awkward, and is that a thing? We're beginning to think it is. We all have like millions of pictures in our cameras. Okay, I've lost one of the eggs. Did Benny take an egg? I'm sure he didn't. Okay, we've lost an egg. How's that possible, friends? Okay, we have 2. Did you guys see where I put it? All right, hopefully it'll show up. Okay, let's grab some Edith Holden. I saw some of that in here somewhere, I think. I'm going to use the back of that because it's pretty cool. I feel like the Edith Holden is very precious. I might even use this. I think I'm going to use this. I like this. I like the writing on there. Let's use that. Let's just use that. Ugh. Do I have to make another egg? Benny is so cute. Yeah, and that was the name he had. When we took him to the, it was funny because if you look at that name, you would say it was Benny, right? Or at least that's what we're assuming. What were they calling him, Ryan? At the vet? It was like something, they were saying it like, they weren't saying Benny. It was like Beanie. Oh, they kept calling him Beanie. And then we started second guessing. And they were like, well, maybe is that Beanie? It was so funny. They're like, Beanie, Beanie. But I don't know. We're pronouncing it Benny. It's very cute. Ryan was trying to come up with some different names the first couple of days, and nothing really stuck. So I think Benny it is. Sometimes he's Ben. Sometimes he's Benjamin. We're big on nicknames here in this house. Let's see. Oh, it was Susie asking. Yep. Crafty Kitty Vintage is Leanne. My sweet, sweet friend Leanne. Okay, let's ink this up a little bit. I already pre-stamped this one. There you go. I think that's cute. Do we want anything else? No, I kind of like a little bit of map down there. Kind of like it. Why not? Yeah, I like a little bit of map down there. I love the color. It has the beautiful pastel colors. Like that map in the happy mail, friend mail from Carrie. So beautiful. I think I'll use, this will be a little bit quicker. Leanne, you are completely memorable. It's hard. There's so many of us. It takes me a while too. It takes me a while to get names in my head. I'm that person. Like if I if I meet somebody in person, if I'm somewhere, people go, "Oh, this is like so and so." Oh my gosh, are you guys like that? It's like completely out of my head. I'm like, oh no, how did I forget the person's name like 2 seconds ago? Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna rip that. I know there's things like to do. There's probably little tricks to overcome that, but I'm that person. But usually once it's there, it's there. That's it. Then it's permanent. It's forever. But especially on YouTube, there's right? We meet so many people, so many new friends. Ooh, I forgot about the eggs. I'm going to pull it. I pulled it over a little bit more. I forgot we had the eggs. Goodness gracious. Okay, I caught that in time, but we've lost an egg. We have one. We have two. I can't believe that. It's got to be up here. Okay, that's for later. Oh my gosh, you guys. Let me see if it's on the floor. Did I lose it when I got up to Then he took it. I mean, I could make one, but I'd rather find that one. Is it on my sweater? No. Ay, ay, ay. Is it in here? I'm always losing things. If you guys see it, put it in the chat. Maybe I'll pick up a few of these things. I don't need these scissors. I don't need those. Let's put those away. I just don't know. Okay. Well, maybe let's not glue them down yet. So we have them. Where am I going to put them? I'm going to put them here so I don't lose them. Okay. Let's put those there and then maybe it'll show up. Okay. Let's work on this side. Let's do a little bit of wallpaper. Let's do this part. Maybe it'll show up. Sorry, I was looking for a pencil. Okay, I need to do something. I need multiple pencils. I only have one. I need to bring another pencil into my life. And I need to have glue on both sides. And I'm just going to rip the rest because we don't need that big of a piece. I'm going to stick it here. Ooh, do we like that? We might like that. Let me cut this side. Make it a little bit more narrow. It's a little too wide. Love that. That kind of ripped edge there. It's a little bit more interesting. Yeah. Well, you're organizing your desk, Leanne. Nice. Leanne was working on her personal little golden book journal yesterday on her live. Alice in Wonderland. So cute. Okay, that's pretty good. And where did that Edith Holden page go? Remember we had this? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna rip this out. I want to put this bird somewhere. If we don't use it on the back here, maybe we'll glue it to one of the inside pages, but it's so pretty. We'll see what we like the best. I love this bird. I don't know, that's kind of pretty. Kind of pretty. Let's see if this works in any way. I'm just grabbing some random papers. We have a little bit of floral going on. A little bit of book page. This book page is really fragile. That's kind of the perfect thing for this kind of project. Ink that up a little bit. Oh, Susie, you should go watch. You can find on Leanne's channel, so it'll be the first one under her live yesterday. And we were talking cats, of course, a lot. kinds of fun stuff. And for those of you that do not know, Leanne and I did a really fun series, I think 8 or 9 episodes. We did a really long, wonderful tutorial series on how to make little golden book journals. So we basically take you from taking apart the book and then building your whole journal, sewing in the signatures. I always think Leanne is like the expert signature sewer. And it was a really fun tutorial, and we both have playlists on our channel. But it was a lot of fun. I kind of like this map, but that's not a very big page. But I'm kind of losing the bird a little bit. Let me grab my Edith Holden. The reason why, I just have this one piece out. What do I have on the back? But we do have that big Edith Holden. I'm being stingy. I'm being very stingy with the Edith Holden. Ooh, let's do this. Let's see. I don't know if I can. Let me grab my rubber stamps that are the labels, like the Denison label. And Carrie, they'll have a little bit of Carrie in here. Carrie did a great live and a great tutorial on taking vintage book page or text and making labels from it. So let's see. I think it'll just fit. Let's do that. That will be fun. Okay. Uh-oh. I hear a kitty that's crying. Let me do black. Okay. Okay, sorry you're going to see my head. I want to try to get over it a little bit more. I think I actually am going to have to go up higher so that I can get the edge of that. So pretty. Oh, success, success. It worked. There we go. And it kind of barely fit, but it fit. And let's do a little fussy cut of that. Actually, usually when I do the labels, I leave a little bit of white space, but I think I will snug right up to the border. But usually I do leave some white space around that I can come back and ink up, but you can see the wording in the floral, so I'm going to go right next to it. Okay. Ooh, is Nettie still in here? I know Nettie was looking for an Edith Holden book to craft with, and I had done a little bit of kind of quick looking on eBay and the internet. So I had it stuck in my head. I kept thinking I paid $12, and I typed it in our craft group. I think it was like 13 something. Maybe I ended up paying for this, and it's just the paperback version. And I did get it on eBay. What is the copyright of this one? 1982. So it says, yeah, copyright 1977 and then 1982. First Owl book edition. So I when I looked at the listings, I was like, "Ooh, these went up a lot," because it seemed like a lot of them were in the 20. the $20 kind of price range, but if you, the little secret about eBay, if you click on sold, that will really give you an idea of what things are really selling at. And it looks like you can kind of still get them maybe 12, 13 or less than $15 range. So I think that's still, oh, you did a Libri. Ooh. Nice. What did you, if you don't mind sharing, it's on its way. What price range did you find it in? Was it about that same price range? Nice. So exciting, and it's on its way. All right, I might put that up there. Just kind of working how we like it. Not sure yet. I think my eye was like, okay, I don't want to put it in the same spot as this, but really now that I'm thinking about it, we're going to have our signature in here. So I don't think it'll matter so much, but I like the direction we're going. Let's see, what else do I have that's a little bit different? Oh, I do have some of this handwritten note here. Let's try to put a little bit of this. I probably have a better piece than this. I'm getting down to the nubbins. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Maybe we'll put this here and then we'll rip out a little tiny piece of this letter. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Also, I could do that there. Let's do that there. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Nettie. I'm so glad you found one. Let's see. Okay, that's a great price because I think that's it, like 15, kind of that $15 range. And of course, the ones I saw, I don't know if I looked at shipping, if shipping was included or not. So I think that you got a great deal. Oh, that's right. Did you get it from Hazel? I want to say. So Susie has a purple hardcover 2018 that she got. Oh, from Wilhelmina. Sandy. That's right. It was from Sandy. Leanne. So Leanne is caring for this cutest little foster dog that she's been fostering at her home. And his name is Beacon. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Leanne. So a couple interested in adopting. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. You know, when you love on these little guys and gals. Oh my gosh, that's happy news, Leanne. That's exciting. And you've done such a sweet job of caring for him and socializing. I think he came from a breeding situation, I think, right, Leanne? I think. So not super used to people. Okay, so we like that. Let me see before I glue down. Ooh, we could go that way too. So we have our little label. Okay, I like that. Maybe something like that. Okay, what do we think? I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Kind of like that. All right, we're just gonna go for it because I really, when I'm crafting by myself, I could sit here and I can overthink things. So, and maybe let's do a little bendy here. Maybe let's rip that a little bit more. age that up a little bit. Do that over here, maybe. Give it another little fold. So I'm just kind of adding a little bit more dimension to it. I probably should use glue stick because this is awfully thin. Look at this. Look how equally beautiful the paper is on the other side. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I should go get it. I actually use this paper. So I think I found it in my grandparents' things, but it wasn't a letter they wrote. I feel like it was a letter that somebody wrote to them, if I'm thinking, if my memory serves me correctly. Let me see. 1965. See, I've taken off those parts. Oh no, this wasn't, okay, I totally have it wrong. I think this was in a packet of postcards that my mom had found at a garage sale for me because the person they're sending to lived in San Marino, but that's not my grandparents' name. That's, I think, what it was. Did I ink that? Yeah, I inked that. But I originally used a piece of it to make a necklace, like a soldered necklace. I don't know if I've ever showed that to you guys. Oh, he played with a ball yesterday for the first time with me. Oh, Leanne. Oh my gosh, isn't that the best? And hopefully, maybe it'll, work out well with this couple, and then he'll just continue to thrive. He's going to come out of his little shell and have such a happy life. I know the right family's going to come along. Okay, let's do that. I feel like do I want like another little label? Let's look here, maybe a stamp. I just feel like I want something down here. Let's see what we have in here. Maybe something with a little bit of pink. If not, I'll grab, oh, I have that too. So many options. I also pulled out these little strips of like painted, stenciled book page that I stenciled with paint. Oh, maybe you like that. Let me see. I'm digging in this bowl here. I feel like I want something with a little bit of pink. Don't you guys think? But I might have used them all. These are those little Tim Holtz, little teeny tiny. I don't know if I like that. I do kind of like this painted paper though. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Why not? Oh, I'm so excited, Leanne. Keep us posted. Oh, thank you, Carrie. You're home? So you're not driving? Oh, thank you again. Oh my gosh. That was so fun to open. That beautiful box with all those treasures. So fabulous. Let's see. Susie's sending something. Susie's sending something to her bestie. What are you doing the rest of the day, Carrie? Are you crafting? Do you get to craft now that you're home? Relax and hang out in your beautiful craft space. Okay, I'm going to put that there. And I think that's there. Yeah, I'm gonna put that about there. Oh, here's my pencil. Carrie, what did I have the name right? Was it Vintage Monkey? Is that the name of our crew? Our Mardi Gras crew? I think that was the name you came up with, which is so cute. Yeah, that's pretty, I think. Should I go that way more? I know everything's kind of like really lined up. I also could do that. Oh yeah, I probably should do that because I feel like is it soaring? No, it wouldn't go that way. I feel like it's kind of dive bombing. Yeah, let's do that. It needs to go down. Is it a swallow maybe? I feel like. Sparrow, a swallow. Okay, we still have to find the egg. We've still lost the egg. Can't believe that. I'm gonna look on the floor one more time. Put like down my sweater. I'm going to put this up here. I feel like it feels like there's a lot on this side. So I'm going to put this little tiny Timmy Holt. Awesome. Okay. That is the plan. So Carrie says we're going to do something about a month before Mardi so everyone can craft along. Yes. The Vintage Monkeys. That's what we are. We are the Vintage Monkeys. You're in your craft shed. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That is the plan. And you guys are all officially in the crew. Let's see. Next year, it's February 9th next year. It gets, oh, it does. Okay. So, yeah. So early January then. We will start preparing for the second annual Mardi Gras craft party. You do not want to miss. Do not want to miss out on the fun. Okay, like that. This side is this side's a little blah, isn't it? Now that we did so much on this side, I don't know, it's a little blah. Ooh, let's do that. So this is one of those, that's in, it's not in this little mini one. Ooh, I have this though too. I have that too. Let me. So the other one, I think I put a stamp over on here. So let's see. But this is, I never can remember. It's not part of that the little minis. I never can remember the name. It never sticks in my mind. And it's the same name as the stamp set. What is it? Does it say? Oh, Field Notes. I never can remember that name. Never sticks in my mind. So Field Notes. So if you guys have this stamp set, so he has included that image in the set, and then this is one of the die cuts that comes in the Field Notes die cut set. But again, I'm hoarding. I'm not using, so we're gonna use that somewhere. And let me find a cute stamp in here. I wish that was pink. Ooh, what's this? I like the doubles. It's probably, this is worth money. 3 cent. That's kind of pretty. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. What's this one here? I don't know. This you guys can just see it. I don't know if that's good in a bird journal. It's probably for bird lovers. That's probably not good. Let me see. What are other options here? I like the length of it. We have this one. This one's kind of pretty. Ooh, let's do that one. I like the size of it. We are still on the hunt for the egg, though. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm glad I just said that about the eggs, because the eggs are going here. Okay, I'm just going to make a third one. Can I do that really quick? Oh my gosh. See, I would have messed up the whole thing. We're going to put our eggs here, although I could have put them on that side. I can't believe I have to make another egg. And you know what will happen as soon as the live is over and I'm cleaning up, it's gonna show up like it's here somewhere in all the mess here. Maybe did it get in here? Did it get in with these little things? That's a likely. Oh, I'm so bummed. Yeah, well, I'll make one really quick. Okay, let me see the size. I've probably used up all the good ones. I think this is our only choice here, this one. Because I think that white one is too big. Okay. Cardstock. Gotta grab cardstock. Okay, don't lose that one. And we will use our glitter glue because it will dry really quick. It might get a little lumpy bumpy, but it will dry quick. Let's see. Looks like it's turned over below your green strip. This green strip. Let's see. Turned over. Green. There's that. Get that out of the way. I'm gonna put that there. Oh, I don't see it, Susie. These are the only 2 green strips I see. Oh, story of my life. Is Angela here? She's working. Angela's popping in from work for a sec. Nice. Well, maybe we'll have to make a third journal. Angela has been sending me amazing pics of all the beautiful things she's making for our crafty marathon. So if you guys do not know our I'm going to say the wrong date. I've had a little thing here. I have it here. It is March 21st. So March 21st, Dear Angela's Vintage is hosting, and it starts at 7 a.m. That doesn't seem right. 7 7 a.m. Oh, 7 a.m. Pacific. I wrote my time. 7 a.m. Pacific, which is what? 10. So 10 a.m. Eastern. And Angela is hosting. Christy Tippy Weeks Vintage is her lovely co-host this time around. Angela already has the thumbnail up on her channel. And this will be, I think, our third crafty marathon. So this is your opportunity to get beautifully made, handmade, handcrafted, artisan made gifts. All the handmade goodness you will find at the crafty marathon. And I think we have 10 sellers, I think 8 or 10 that are participating this time. And yeah, it's a good, I think I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit. Oh, I'm so glad we didn't mess that up. But I think we can put something over on this side. I don't know, these are awfully, let's use them. They're beautiful. Do I like that? Let's use the queen. I'm gonna rip that down a little bit. Oh, you know, Susie, well, it will show up and I'll go, oh my gosh. I don't know. It could be, I mean, I've thrown things in the trash before. I've done all sorts of things. A lot of times I keep checking my sweater because I like to wear, I'm a big sweater cardigan wearer. And a lot of times they get stuck on the arm of my sweater. That's usually a popular place that I find things. All right, let's put that there. And then we'll have room for our eggs. Yeah, I probably did, like, I picked it up, I moved it. I should have had a little bowl just for the eggs. Okay, got that there. And let me cut this out really quick. What time is it? Okay, I think we're doing pretty good. Sewing the signature in will not take long. That is like my quickest part, favorite part, because it always looks so cool. Let's hope I don't put it in over like backwards or something, which I've also done. I have done that. I have done that on lives before, sewn things in the wrong way. Probably many a time. Okay, let's hit this with a little bit of green. A little bit of brown. This is like the prettiest thing with these eggs. I mean, they're already beautiful, but that ink takes them to the next level. And I'm going to hit it with just a little bit of black. Sometimes just that little bit of black. In fact, do these. Do that one up on that side. Okay. Pretty. I'm going to grab a little bit of this cheesecloth just because we added that on the front, and that was like a little slightly different element that we didn't use in that journal, thanks to Susie's recommendation. No, that's actually not, that's not the right glue. Let me grab a little bit of this. Oh, John is here. John is in the house. To Arkansas? What? Oh my gosh. What are you doing there? How fun. I've never been to Arkansas. So all the places I want to go in that part of the country. Maybe, is that overkill to add it to every single one? Just add just a little bit. Never been. I hear it's beautiful. So fun. Right, don't lose it. Do not lose that egg. Ugh, what are you doing there, Jonna? So fun. Okay, I think that's enough. Get that out of the way. All right, probably will regret it. I want to hit a little bit of ink on here, but it does still have the, it still has the glue that hasn't dried, so it's probably gonna get glue all over my thing. No, that's okay. Just so it's not super white. That's fun. Have an egg there. This egg here. Not really seeing the fibers too much. Might go back and add a little bit. What? Jonna! Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Okay, we are pushing all the good vibes and the luck and all the amazingness at you. Oh my gosh, that is exciting. Was that the like exciting thing? I think I heard you mention like you had maybe something exciting to share. Oh my gosh, so exciting. All right, I feel like I want to go back. I'll probably add a little bit more cheesecloth because you can't really, you can kind of see it, but I feel like we can add a little bit more texture. So that might be a little finishing touch. Right? We're sending, I know you're going to get it. You're going to get it because we're sending all the good stuff your way. These could probably be lined up in a different way. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's move on to our signature. Okay, all right, so I already pulled papers just because I thought it would kind of quicken the process. So what I'm going through here, I'm just going to try to line them up a little bit better. I have like fat pieces. I have some skinny pieces. So I'm just going to go through. They're probably pretty well aligned. I had, I grabbed some really, it's kind of fragile, like antique hymnal page out yesterday. I was actually working on this on Leanne's live yesterday. I added a little bit of washi tape just because it's pretty fragile. So I just did a strip of washi tape where it will be sewn in. Okay, I think we're pretty good. All right, let me grab out the thing here. And I have some, this like, this paper clip's probably way overkill. Let me get this, right? I think this is probably is this too big? This is too big. Well, maybe not. No, that's ridiculous. Let me grab, I have some like bigger ones on the other side of the desk. Let me grab those. That's just crazy. I think, maybe not. Oh yeah, here. Let me grab some of these. In fact, I should put a couple of these in that bag just for this reason. Stick that over there. And hopefully these will be long enough, yeah, to hold that blue piece. Okay, so I'm gonna put a couple paper clips. Now, if you're doing a big journal, little golden book journal, a big journal like that, these paper clips I think would be great, especially if you have pieces of paper that are a little bit different size. You have skinnies and bigs, and I would use that, but I think these are better for the little mini pages. And I think I'm going to use this embroidery thread because I got a lot of it. Okay, so usually what I do is like three times the length, and I think I'm going to do even a little bit more. On this one I added some little dangles here, some little button dangles, so I'm just going to give myself probably way more than I need, but that's usually the kind of standard. So 3 times the height, but I'm going to give even more because I don't know. Once I go to put my bow and my little dangles, I want to make sure I have plenty. Let me give it a better rip there. And then you could just eyeball it. You don't have to do a little measuring thing, but I will just show you how to do that. And let me see. I need like I should have grabbed a piece of paper. Will this work? Oh, that's not. Let me grab, oh here, let me use a piece of this. I just have like a piece of lined paper. I think this will work well. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a little template. And if you're doing a lot of these journals, it's kind of nice to have. In fact, I'm gonna measure this. I can see this a little bit better. So I'm just gonna get the height of my journal. Probably right about there. Where did it go? Where is my, here we go. I'm just gonna rip this down. Be pretty close. And then we probably don't even need this much, but I'm just gonna fold it in half and then rip it down the other way. This is kind of quick and easy. Okay, so there's our little piece of paper. So say we're just starting with a rectangle. So what you want to do, I've already folded mine in half, so I've already kind of did that when I was ripping it down, but we're going to fold it in half. I have cheesecloth glued to my fingers, so we're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to fold it in half this way, so it's kind of like a hot dog, and then maybe a hamburger. We're gonna fold it down the other direction, right? So we got our folds this way, and we have our fold this way. Now, this is just a matter of preference. Sometimes I like, so we're going to end up with 3 holes in our spine, and we're going to put 3 holes in our signature. Now, depending on the height of my pieces of paper, right? So I have some less tall in here. I think we even have a piece that's even less tall than that. So I think I might want to drop I want to make sure my middle hole and then probably my top holes will meet with that short piece of paper. Hopefully that makes sense. So I think I'm just going to do it this way. I'm just like kind of eyeballing it and making sure that my top hole, or my where the top part of the thread goes through, is going to grab that little short piece like that. And I'm going to fold the other one down about the same. Kind of eyeballing it. And you could use a ruler. Ruler would probably be a quicker way to do it, but we're fairly close there. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm not perfect, but I'm fairly close. Okay, so let's unfold our piece of paper. I'm going to mark it with a pencil so that you guys can see a little bit better. But we have our middle hole, we have our top hole, and then our bottom hole. So there, I've marked it with the pencil. So we have the middle, top, and the bottom. And then I'm going to take, I just have this ice pick that I use. I find that works pretty good for me. If you have one of those little tiny hole punches, you can use that. I know they make the little journal binder kits that you can get on Amazon and some of the different sites. Those work really great too. But I just use this because I have several. Okay, so here's our little template. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up. I'm going to do the spine first. And sorry if you guys see my head a little bit, but I'm going to line it. This is a little bit trickier because so it's not, let me slow down and explain myself. So the way we have this signature, we just have this really simple fold here. So this is going to be super easy to take our template and punch our holes in. This is a little bit more difficult just because it's a wider spine. So I want to make sure that I'm lining up in the middle of that. So sometimes that takes a little bit of zhuzhing. And if you have a bigger journal and a bigger spine, what you can do is you can come in and you can fold your template this way, and then you can fold your template in this way. And then you'll end up with your 3 lines. So you would have your center, your center signature. You'd end up with, sorry, my son's coughing there. Poor thing, both kids still have a cough. So hopefully that makes sense. If you were doing like a little golden book journal or a journal that had a wider spine, that's how you can get your alignment for a bigger spine. But our spine is like very, very narrow here. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of eyeballing to make sure I'm in the center. I mean, I guess I could also take a ruler and do it that way, but we don't have to be like that. I'm just going to make a couple marks with my pencil here, and then I can adjust them as I need. Oh, and I'm actually pretty good. Yeah, so I have a hole here, and I have a hole here. I think I'll use a pen because I don't think it's going to show. Okay, so I have a hole here, I have a hole here, and my hole here. And the other thing you could do is to write on here, write top and write bottom so that you're a little bit more consistent, making sure your top is your top and your bottom is your bottom in your signature and in your journal. But I can see that pretty good. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take my pick. I have to go through a couple layers because I've covered it in that heavy cardstock, that Tim Holtz wallpaper cardstock. And I really just need a hole that's thick enough for my needle and the embroidery thread to go. So it doesn't have to be super big. Okay, and then I'm gonna go on the back. I'll show you. So I made the holes there. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'm gonna come through the back. I like to take my pick and go, or I guess the front of the cover, and kind of push those in a little bit. It makes them a little bit cleaner looking. Okay, all right, our top, that's our top. Okay, now I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna put our little template here. And I think I'm gonna move this. So we're not moving. So I put that in the middle of the signature here, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take my pick, my ice pick. I'm gonna go through each of those holes. And I usually don't go backwards on the signature. I find it's fine, but I just think it gives it gets the journal cover itself a little bit cleaner of a look. I probably should have tampered them down a little bit. Let me see here. Got a little bit cray-cray. But I think it's going to be okay. All right, so there's hopefully, whoop, let me take this out. All right, so there's our 3 holes there. So we got top, middle, can't see the middle too much, but it is there. We go back a little bit more. Okay. All right. And let me find my needles. And I don't even know, these were just in my mom's sewing stuff. I don't know if these are the same needles that other people use, but they're calling them darner needles. And I just already had them in my mom's stash of sewing stuff. So that's what I've been using. But I think if you get one of those kits, I'm guessing they probably come with a variety of needles. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that through there. Give myself a little bit longer of a tail. Okay, and there's probably different ways of doing it. I usually go from the inside, and I typically start with the middle hole. So I'm gonna stick my needle through that middle hole and stick it through the middle hole in my journal cover. Pull that through. And I'm going to hold kind of this longer tail so that doesn't pull all the way through here. Probably made that other tail a little bit too long. There we go. Okay, so I'm kind of at this point. I have a big long tail here. Okay, and now I'm going to go, doesn't really matter, but I'm going to go through the top. So I'm going to go through the journal spine and see if I get it through. Yep, that worked that time. So sometimes, depending, it might be a little bit fiddly. Sometimes I'll go through the spine and then I'll move the signature a little bit to try to find that hole, but I actually lucked out and it went right through that top hole. Okay. I'm gonna pull. Ooh, did I make sure I'm going? Oh, see, look, guys, I did. I sewed it in. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got to start over. Okay, how many times have I done that? Okay, which it's super easy. That's the nice thing. You might get it sewn in the whole way. Hopefully our holes will be okay. So I have some directional stuff going on here. There's like a little faux stamp there, but hopefully we're going to be okay, because I didn't do as I say, not as I do. Okay, let's start over. Hopefully we're going to be pretty good. Okay, because I had it the wrong direction. Okay, so let's go back through the center, go through the journal. Okay, now we're going to go through that top, through the signature. I bet it's not going to line up quite as well because it's probably a little bit different where I have the holes. So I'm going to go through the journal. You can kind of see my needle there. Then I'm going to go through the signature. It's my guess it's probably not lining up. It won't line up just as well, but that's okay. It's still going to be pretty. There's a hole here. There we go. And I've seen people where they like don't even punch the holes. They just take their needle and they just create the holes and they just kind of sew it on the fly. Okay, now we're going to go through this bottom. So we're still on the inside. We're going to go down through this bottom hole. And we're going to go through the bottom hole in our journal. Okay, so that's what we're looking right now. We have our tail. We came through that top one, then we went through the bottom, and that's what we look like. Look what we look like on the other side. And now we're going to go through that same middle hole. So we're going to go back through that middle hole. So this is where sometimes it gets a little bit tricky, but hopefully we will get lucky. We're going to go through that middle. And I'm going to try to be really careful that I'm not piercing the embroidery thread. So I'm going to kind of look. I can look from the back a little bit. Try not to pierce. If I do, I can back out, but I'm trying not to, just because that sometimes affects the way you can tighten it. Looks like I pierced it a little bit, but let's see how we are. Yeah. Oh, we're okay. We're okay. Okay, so that's what we're looking like on the inside. We have that long stitch there. We had our tail here, and then this is the one that we just came back through. Okay, so I'm going to take my needle off and I'm going to tighten it. So I'm going to tighten it so it's more taut here in the inside. I hope I'm still the right way. Yeah. Am I? Yep. Okay. So I'm going to tighten it on the inside and then I'm going to tighten it on the outside, just so it's not super loosey-goosey. Okay. And you could get really fancy. I haven't done that yet, but I could have put little tiny buttons here, which would have looked beautiful, like little tiny, like large hold beads, and little tiny buttons would be beautiful. So you can get really intricate and just have fun playing around with that. Okay, so everything is tight. I have one string on one side and I have one string on the other. Hopefully you guys can see that. And I'm just going to tie it in a bow. Just going to do a simple, I think I'll do a double knot and then I'll tie it in a little bow, because we want to have some little dangles. Some dangling down. As you can see, I have like way more than I need, but I'd rather have more than not enough. Okay, so I've double knotted it. I'm going to tie it just in a really simple little bow. And you could just do a knot, you could do whatever. And the more you do it, you'll get a preference for what you like, or maybe just depending on the vibe of the journal or the design of the journal. I think I might even double knot that, just because I don't think I'm going to take this one apart. It's going to stay this way. And if you want, you could add a little bit of a dab of glue there if you want. I'm just going to leave that like it is for now. And then what do we want to do? Do we want to move on to doing some decorating and tabs, or do we want to put the little button? Maybe let's do a little bit of decorating, but I'll give you a little bit of close-up. So basically what I did is, here we go. I just came in, I had some of these sweet little vintage, maybe they're even antique little mother of pearl buttons. Sometimes people call them MOP, M-O-P, if you're looking for them on eBay or looking for a lot of them. So I just threaded two on one of the dangles, knotted it behind, and then did one there. But I think let's do a little bit of, oh, you know what we need to do? Let's add, I'm not going to do this either, but on this one I added a little stamp. But I think probably what I'll do is I'll do some finishing touches and then share with you guys. We'll do like a little flip through next time. But yeah, you can have fun with it. You can add some decorations on the inside of this flap. Let's add the ribbon. So at least we have that. And then let's do a little bit of tabs because we're like 2:05. We'll go a little bit longer. Where did the ribbon go? And Leanne gave me this ribbon. I'm pretty sure this came from Leanne. Was this really beautiful? I'd love to find more of it. Look at this ribbon. It's like, it looks like seam binding. I think that was, or I couldn't think of that word last week, but it's like that. It was all, it had this cool like foil wrapper on it, but it looks like little mini seam binding to me. I just think it's so beautiful. Okay, and we had added in this little paper holder thing. We added that in last week. So again, I'm probably going to give myself, because I want it to wrap around. So I'm just going to put it under this fastener. It's like a little brass fastener. Okay, for now, I just kind of put it underneath there, and then we will see. Let's give it a little close, because we're not going to make it permanent. We can change the length around a little bit more. Let's see here. Such beautiful ribbon. I don't want to use more than I have to. In fact, I can tell I could come around this way a little bit more. So that goes around there. Yeah, that's probably good. And then, all right, I'm gonna do that. So I have a little bit of that beautiful. I might have enough to do one more journal, but it's so pretty. Okay, so I just tucked it under that fastener there, and I'm just going to give it a knot. I think that's enough to kind of keep it in place. I think that's what I did on the other one. Yeah. Okay. So I knotted it, and the tighter I pulled it, it just kind of pulled the knot underneath. Maybe, and I think single is fine. I don't think we need to mess with doing double. And then you can kind of turn that around and yeah, loop it this way so you can wrap. Oh, look at, I made it too. Well, I'll adjust it later, but then you can bring this side around. I'll probably have to do it the other way and then give it a little bow there. I probably need to adjust that. I think what I need to do is this one needs to come this way and the shorter piece this way. Yeah. So we got the long, there we go. And then the shorter piece that way. And then you could do your little tie. tie it, and then we'll go back into the inside and do tabs. Okay, there we go. And you could judge it and you can adjust it, but oh, so pretty. And I like to come back in, and I think this one, yeah, this one I came back in with the ink, and I actually darkened it a little bit more, so you can hit it with the vintage photo. You could hit it with some pink or some green, but already that's so pretty, so pretty. Oh, Christy is here. Christy is here. Does Christy have a mocha frappuccino? Yum, yum. If I missed anybody else, hello, hello. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody else. Nice. That's a great way to spend your break, Christy. Is that our Susie? Are you saying that's easy to do, to sew things in upside down, backwards, you name it? Yeah. Yep, I've done it. I've done it when I'm, whoops, I've done it when I'm on my own. I've done it live. I've done it multiple times. Okay, so we got our ribbon. So let's add some cute little tabs on the inside. Let's see where we're at with this. Okay, so we got a little bit of vellum. We have this kind of blue piece of paper. I think I'm going to see what I have here. Oh, I wanted to pull. I had that little mini. I think this is two. Oh, what did I do with it? I had that little mini. What am I trying to say? Lace, which I do not know why I don't have in here, because I have lots of it. I have it for sale in my shop. Let me go grab some really quick, because I love the size of it. Just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Usually I keep a little stash here. Maybe I used it all, but I like it it's so small and pretty. Okay. It's great for these little tiny mini journals. Yeah. Actually, I think I'll put it on the ledger paper, and it's white. It comes, oops, let me take that down. And I like to come and add some ink to it. So I'm just going to age it a little bit. Just add a little vintage photo. You could do the antique linen. That's pretty. Let's get the Fabric. I think I'll put a little piece of paper here underneath it. Go. And we won't do all the pages, but just, some examples of how you could dress up the pages. Put some tabs in. Keep that little piece there. Let me get rid of a few things here. Okay, get rid of this. We don't need that. We're all sewn in. Put this back so I don't lose it. Mama's needles. Okay. All right. So we have a little bit of lace. I think this one would be really cute with a little tab. So I pulled out just some little bits of ribbon here. Ooh, is that pretty? That's kind of a big piece of ribbon. I thought I had like a little piece of pink that was, oh, this is pretty. Oh, let's use a little bit of this. So I'm just going to take my peking shears and I'm just going to cut off a little piece of this. And we'll just do a little fold over. Yeah, just going to give it a little bit of squeeze and I'm going to grab the fabric tack. You can use stamps, you can use tickets. I have a little ticket that I embellished. I'll show you that. I did that yesterday. Okay, so I just added a little bit of glue to that, a little bit of fabric tack, but just super simple. You can come back and embellish that if you want. Additionally, it looks nice too stapled. Like I can come back here and staple through that once it's dried a little bit. So how quick and easy. We have those two tabs. Let me show you what I did with this ticket here. So I just took one of those little carnival tickets. So it started off green like that. I folded it in half just so I could get the middle line of it. And I just took a little tiny snippet of paper napkin. Can't be simpler than that. Little tiny snippet. I just ripped it. Just found a floral, like a flower that I liked. I came back in and just did a little bit of stamping. So I added a little leaf in black and I just had some little like polka dot little stamps. So I just did that on the side. Super quick and easy. We could probably do a whole Thursday on tabs. Like there's so many ways to do tabs. Ribbon, lace, trim, paper. I love using blue chip stamps. That's another favorite that I like to use. So let's see where we want to put this. What page I want to put it in. Let's see where it's going to show. Maybe this page down here. Yeah, that's sweet. Okay, we're going to add it to this little floral page down here. And we could actually use art glitter. Let's see. Oh, did Maria leave and then she was back? Welcome back. Thank you, good for sharing your handcrafted. I know sometimes it's not easy. We feel a little bit intimidated sharing. Oh, let me pull that down a little bit. I know when I first started sharing things on Instagram, oh my gosh, I was like, oh, I felt very, very, very intimidated. And then I just said, just go for it. Just go for it. And I still get that way sometimes too. All right, that's really cute. That's a cute little tab. And then we have a little tab on that one. And then you can kind of see, so we have the tab, the ribbon one there. We have a little bit of lace. You get a little peek of that one. Let's see what else we could do. Oh, I also use, oh, these are from Leanne. We have little bits of Leanne in here. Let's use a piece of this. In fact, I think I might even have done a belly band, like a little tuck spot in here. Let's flip through. Let me remind myself. I know I have it somewhere. So maybe we can use a bit of that to do, where is it? Yeah, we did. So on one of these pages, I think Leanne got these at her Goodwill, at her bins. She finds really good stuff. She shared, I think I have pink and white and green, and I love them. So maybe we'll cut off a little piece of this and do a little belly band, like a little tuck spot here. And then I just had one of these little mini flashcards. We won't add that in, but at least we could do a little tuck spot in one of these. Let's see which one we want to put it on. I probably won't put it on this paper because it's really fragile. I think we probably need to back that or put some additional paper on there. So let's see, where does it make sense? Maybe on this one here. Yeah, let's do that. So let's see. I'm going to cut it, and then maybe we'll end up with this little bit of an end that we can make a tab out of. So I'm just going to make a little mark there with my pencil. Hopefully I can cut it fairly straight with my scissors. We'll see if we have enough. If not, we could grab another one. Okay. Let's ink that up a little bit. Sometimes I'll come in, if I have something like this, and I'll back it with a piece of cardstock just so it's a little bit more substantial. But I think this is going to be okay for this journal. I think whoever ends up with it, it's sweet and it's delicate. I don't think it'll end up with a lot of heavy weighty things in it. Okay, let's do that. We're just going to glue each side. Ooh, is Angela Jones here? Hello, hello. Hi, Angela. You're having a good day. Do you? Oh, you have a ton? Well, I still have a lot because I like sparingly. In fact, I keep them. I have a lot, but I don't use them as much as I should. But I love them so much. They're so pretty that I keep them in my bin. But look at the pinks and the greens and the whites. They're gorgeous. What are they? It just says form 99. I wonder what they were used from. I think they have a little bit of a back that can be moistened. So they're some kind of sticker, office sticker or a form. They're so cool. They're perfect size for these little tiny journals. Okay, and then you can come back, you can embellish that a little bit. Let me see if I have a cute little sticker. Be a little floral sticker. You can use a little bit of lace. Let's see here. I have to get one that kind of fits. Some of these may be too big. Let's see. That one maybe. Oh, that one's pretty. Okay, I'll stick that on there. That's really pretty. And I don't think I'm going to. Sometimes these stickers, there's like so much white space. The washi stickers, I don't mind them as much. But sometimes I'll come in and cut that white space out, but I don't mind the washi. Where's my thing for use this? They're kind of hard to get started. Oh, okay. File folder oh, that makes sense. File folder labels, yeah, pre-gummed, meant to be used in a typewriter. Oh, that makes sense because it's on a roll. So you can just feed it through like paper. Oh, they're good. Yet if you have a lot of them, you could, I bet they would be super popular. Oh God, I can't get this started, you guys. At one of our supply sales. They're super cool. And that is about as simple as you can get. Let's see, did we leave? Let's see if we have enough. We're going to make it work. I'm going to fold this other little piece. And we're going to make that into some kind of a tab. Let's see, where would we want to put that? Oh, maybe here. We'll put it on here. Okay, so we have that little piece. What should we add to it? A little bit of lace, a little bit of material. I have this material here. Let's maybe take a little bit of this. That. Let's see if that works. Oh, that's sweet and that's cute. That is sweet and cute. Okay, so let's heat that up a little. What's our time? You guys bored? I'm still with the signature. Oh my God, very excited. No, Maria, it's slow, and when you're enjoying the process, it is slow. Trust me, I don't do any of this fast when it's just me. I am a slow, leisurely crafter. I'm not a quick maker. I'm not a quick crafter. I get lost in all the details, and frankly, for me, that's the most fun. I love the decorating and all this little sweet details. I could spend days and hours on it. So I wouldn't expect you to be like at this point yet. Also, I've already done one, so I have one to look at as an example. Did we say we were going to put it here? Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. And I think with this one, let's put a little staple through it. But I mean, that's easy. So we just took that offcut and then I just put a little bit of fabric on it. Can't be simpler than that. And there's probably a million things I'm not thinking of that you guys will think of when you go to decorate your journal. Okay, so I'm going to grab my very old stapler here. You could use brads. You could use buttons. Sometimes buttons add a little bit, like a little bit of bulk, but can't be cuter than that. And then you could actually come in and you can hit that with a little bit of ink. And of course, you can ink your papers. You can use pinking shears or decorative scissors to cut the edges of your paper a lot. And I change it up. Sometimes I'll rip the edges. I'll use a ruler to rip down things. Sometimes I'll cut it with a paper cutter. It just depends. But I think it's interesting if you're doing this style of journal, kind of this, granny chic, cottage core, kind of, vintage antique vibes. I think it's kind of fun just to change it up. Washi tape would be great on the edges too. But yeah, I mean, there are a million different ways that you can decorate these journals. Okay, let's do a quick little flip through of this. Just in case anybody needs a little bit more inspiration, but this is the one that I already made. And let's see if there's anything different. Yeah. So I add a little bit of lace here. Labels are great too. Even just a blank label doesn't even have to have anything on it. Here's one of the little ribbon ones. Oh, this is kind of interesting. So this page, I think it had a little bit of a rip, and then I just ripped it a little bit more so that you get a little bit more of a peek of that that ticket back there. So there's that. A little bit of painted page. And then this was like kind of thin, a little bit fragile book page. So I just glued another piece of paper, kind of this kids cardstock, which in itself is kind of fragile too. But if you glue, you know, those two things together, fortifies a little bit. This maybe could use something because it's a little bit thin. Here is another piece of Leanne's little typewriter stickers there, and just a little simple collages if the papers are kind of thin. More stickers. Oh, this was an offcut of the Dollar Tree time card itself that we used for the base. That was just a little piece I had laying around, and then I just did a little put a little piece of painted book page on there. This side has a little bit of kind of grungy lace, some stickers. So you guys get the idea on that. But just so you can kind of see, here's another one of those tickets that I embellished. Piece of fabric. Oh no, actually this is ribbon. So it looks like fabric, but it's kind of like that fabric ribbon. And oh, here's like a green chip stamp, like a blue chip stamp. I love the size of these little green chip ones. And sometimes you can get the little blue chips. They're a great size for mini journals. Can use one on each side. And I think that's it, my friends. Yeah, another little stapled piece of ribbon. And that is it. That is it. Okay, I think I touched on. I think we're going very, very long today, as typical. Okay, let me make sure. You're going to start inking now. Wonderful, Maria. Wonderful, wonderful. All righty. Okay, let me turn the camera around. Say my goodbyes so you guys can go take on your day. If I could find the camera. Video. Yeah, there we go. It's scary. It's scary. I don't want to flash everybody either. This shirt's way too big. It's like, note to self, don't order things online. I usually get disappointed when I do that. They're too big or too small. Okay, good. All righty. Okay, have fun with the making, Maria. I'm very excited to see how your little journal turns out. So post a picture on the community tab or send me an email, whichever is easy. It's finished. Oh my gosh, it's finished. Okay, good. I'm excited if you send me pictures to share next week. And that goes without saying, if anybody is watching in the replay and you've been following along in this series, following along with the make, please, please, please do feel free to post a picture in the community tab so we can all enjoy and be inspired by what you're doing. Bugs is the crafty prompt for this coming week. Oh, and then next week we are, bye Susie. Next week we are keeping it super simple, quick and easy, but we are going to do, I probably should do this because it's hard. We're doing a mass make of postage stamp clusters. So if you have a lot of vintage postage stamps, I always cut the postage stamps off of any mail I get, Happy Mail, any of that kind of thing. So I save the brand new ones. But if you have a lot of postage stamps in your stash, the postage stamp is the focal, and it kind of goes along with this kind of same vibe. In fact, I may take some of these and put them either on the cover or the inside of the journal. But another great way to tie things in And we're using all those little scraps, lace, you can use paper doilies, ribbon, and the coolest thing, which some of you may have and you may have never used it, or like, what am I going to do with it? I saved it because it's so cool, but we're going to be using some of this corrugated cardboard. And actually these happened because I discovered that when I was cleaning some stuff out in a drawer, but it's that corrugated cardboard. Sometimes you can take boxes apart and it's on the inside there. It just depends. I have like a big kind of a big piece of it, a big loop. I guess it was used for packaging. So it just adds really cool texture. You can ink it, you can rip it, you can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. So I think that's probably the most interesting element. And yeah, I just love the way these look. And then we're going to be using some more of that. I have that Waverly wallpaper that we used today for the bird. Use some more of that Tim Holtz stuff, whatever you have, but just decorative cardstock. Yeah, it's a great scrap buster. So that is what we are doing next week. Let me see. You did? Okay. And you guys too, if you're posting, so we have our private craft group on Instagram. If anybody's watching, if you would like to be added to that group, we just share our weekly makes, our craft prompts. We share videos. Kathy shared that great. Kathy Wiseman shared that great video that inspired my make for the beachy ocean thing with the envelope paper. So yeah, it's just a great feel good, wonderful group. Most of the friends that are here right now are in there. So send me a message on Instagram or to Angela, Dear Angela's Vintage, and we would love to add you in. And if at any time you post pictures on there and you want me to share them too, just let me know and I will make a little note. But as a whole, I don't share the pictures here on YouTube because, of course, respecting people's privacy. So, but if at any time you want me to, because there's so many places to put pictures, just let me know as well. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you did, Nettie. Awesome. Okay, friends, I will see you next week. We'll be grab out your postage stamps. We'll be making clusters, and I'm sure I'll see you in the chats, and love you all, and happy Thursday.